The Colts may be considering a quarterback switch, as Shane Steichen said they are evaluating everything, and would only commit to AR as a starter as far as today. He said that the tap out had nothing to do with it, but it was discussed. And
Yeah.
I saw. Did you see what Pat had to say about the tap out?
Oh my. He kind of went off. A lot of people are going
Rightfully
off.
so,
A
honestly.
lot of people are going off. We didn't discuss it in either of our episodes thus far this week. We can discuss it now. I didn't want to jump to it, right? I didn't want to jump
I
all
mean,
over it.
It's here. Why don't I want to hear your thoughts on it first? Because I know mine.
I think if you're gonna do that, and I do not promote lying at all, but if you're going to do something like that, then you cannot be that brutally honest in the post game interview. You have to say, yeah, my leg was a little sore, I tweaked something. You must, because how that looks is awful. What that can do to the locker room is terrible. It just doesn't look good at all, especially with the way things were going with his play. And I also, in thinking about it, remember a soccer game that you played, because I was thinking about different sports and different things. Soccer, free flowing, right? No stoppage whatsoever. And I remember a game that you played sophomore year, and they had used all of their subs in the game, so they couldn't sub anymore. You tweaked an ankle like real good, like you were out for like 3 or 4 weeks after that, something like that. But you were playing defender, and you had to basically play on 1.5 legs and hobble around most of that last 10-15 minutes, I would say, something like that. I think it was 10 plus the stoppage time.
It felt like a really
I'm sure
long
it
10
felt
minutes.
long. It felt long for me as your father over the sideline, where I'm just like, they can play with 10 guys, just go down, take it off the field, right? You can do that kind of thing in soccer, but you toughed it out because that was what it was expected of you, because that's what your team needed you to do. Even if you were just taking up space, you were taking up space, and they had to account for you in some way. Your thoughts?
I honestly I would say I'd have to agree with what Pat said. I think you are the face of Indiana football. You need to tough it out. If you see who should I use? I guess Josh Allen. They're both strong guys. Both AR and Josh Allen are strong guys. Jalen Hurts. They're not tapping out for plays unless their arm is broken. Like what happened to Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl? Yeah, in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs or something. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what it was. Something. You don't see them going out unless they have to. They are pushing through everything that they possibly can. They are trying to play football because they know their team needs them. They are the starting quarterback for a reason. So I just think you can't be out because you're tired. You're playing a sport. You got to know that. Condition yourself better then.
Right. Yep. I saw Luke Kuechly on Up and Adams with Kay Adams talking about how he played with a guy who was a lot like this guy and would do the same kinds of things. And he would come back to the huddle, be visibly worn out, call the next play, and go again. Because that's what is expected of you, especially when you know you're third and forever from the goal. the next play is just going to set you up for a field goal. All you have to do is hike the ball and hand off the ball. It didn't look good. And it doesn't look good, at least for now. And there's a lot of talk. There's been a lot of talk about quarterback for the Colts and everything like that. But let's be honest. Houston won by 3 points. They were hurt. The Colts were getting healthy. I get that. But the game was not lost by one man. The game was not lost because one man got tired and took one play off. So in the grand scheme, let's cut him a little bit of a break because he's young and he didn't even get out of. I mean, he just seems a little unaware of some of the situations. Didn't get out of bounds on that last run. Didn't do, tapping out on this play. Forcing the pass at the end of the half that caused the interception. But you can go out and watch the QB school. JT O'Sullivan does a really good job of breaking down some of the drops that happened that were not his fault, some of the schemes that were not his fault, some of the passes that, what are we doing? And some of the passes are like, wow, if we can do that, why can't we do the other things? So worth a watch maybe for that one. Shout out to JT O'Sullivan and the QB school on that one.
All in Sports Network. We love sports.